The salty air hung heavy, thick with the metallic scent of fear and anticipation. The landing craft lurched violently, the deafening roar of naval bombardment swallowed by the cries of men bracing for the unknown. For young soldiers huddled on that fateful morning, June 6, 1944, the beaches of Normandy were a world away from the familiar comforts of home. They were farm boys from Iowa, steel workers from Pittsburgh, all thrown together by the cruel hand of war, their youthful faces etched with a grim determination. This was D-Day, a day forever seared into the annals of history, a day of unparalleled courage and sacrifice. John Miller, a young private from Ohio, later recalled the deafening chaos that greeted them. The noise was unimaginable, a deafening symphony of gunfire and explosions. The air was thick with smoke, the stench of gunpowder stinging our nostrils. We were young, scared, but we knew our duty. As the landing craft ramp splashed down, they were met with a storm of bullets and mortar fire. The beach, littered with obstacles and bodies, seemed to stretch endlessly before them. It was hell on earth, whispered James Peterson, his voice trembling as he recounted the horrors he witnessed. The water ran red with blood. Men screamed for medics, their cries drowned out by the relentless barrage. Through the deafening chaos, they pushed forward, their training kicking in. Each man focused on survival, on completing the mission, on honoring the sacrifices already made. The sheer scale of the assault was staggering, a testament to the human spirit's ability to persevere in the face of unimaginable adversity. Many wouldn't even make it off the beach, their dreams, their futures extinguished in a hail of gunfire. But for those who survived those initial terrifying hours, D-Day was just the beginning. They fought with a ferocity born of desperation, pushing back against the entrenched German forces. Each step forward came at a terrible cost, the beach littered with the bodies of fallen comrades. But they pressed on, fueled by a sense of duty, by the knowledge that the fate of the free world hung in the balance. For many, the fear was paralyzing. I remember thinking, "This is it, this is where I die," shared Robert Davis, his voice cracking with emotion. But then I saw my buddy next to me, and I knew I couldn't let him down. We were in it together, brothers in arms. Amidst the chaos and carnage, bonds of brotherhood were forged that would last a lifetime. They shared their rations, their fears, their hopes for a future they dared to dream of. As the sun began to set on that fateful day, the tide of battle began to turn. The Allies gained a foothold, their tenacity and courage slowly pushing back the German defences. The cost of victory was etched on their faces, in the haunted look in their eyes. They had witnessed horrors that would stay with them forever, yet, through it all, their spirit remained unbroken. The camaraderie forged on the beaches of Normandy transcended the horrors they faced. "We were more than just soldiers," recalled Thomas Baker, his voice filled with a mix of sorrow and pride. "We were brothers, bound together by shared sacrifice." They had looked death in the eye and emerged, forever changed by the experience. The memories of that day, though painful, would forever bind them together. In the decades that followed, these veterans carried the weight of their experiences with quiet dignity. Many struggled to reconcile the horrors they had witnessed with the normalcy of civilian life. They had seen the best and worst of humanity, the fragility of life, the enduring power of hope. Their stories, often shared reluctantly, served as a stark reminder of the true cost of war. "We didn't talk about it much," admitted Michael O'Brien, his gaze distant as he recalled his return home. "How do you explain what we saw, what we felt, to someone who wasn't there?" Many carried the invisible scars of war, the nightmares, the survivor's guilt. Yet, they also carried with them an indomitable spirit, a deep appreciation for the freedoms they had fought to preserve. The world remembers D-Day as a pivotal moment in history, a turning point in the fight against tyranny. But it is in the personal stories, in the echoes of valor, that the true impact of that day comes to life. These veterans, now dwindling in number, are living testaments to the human spirit's ability to overcome even the most daunting challenges. Their stories are a precious inheritance, a reminder of the sacrifices made to protect the freedoms we often take for granted. As we face a world grappling with new uncertainties, a world where the echoes of conflict still resonate, their stories carry a profound message. D-Day reminds us of the importance of unity, of standing up for what is right, of fighting for a better tomorrow. It reminds us that freedom is not free, that it comes at a cost borne by the brave men and women who serve in our armed forces. The echoes of valor resonate far beyond the beaches of Normandy. They remind us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can triumph. They challenge us to never forget the sacrifices made, to honor the legacy of those who fought for a better future. Their stories are a call to action, a reminder that we all have a role to play in safeguarding freedom and promoting peace. As we listen to their stories, we are reminded of the enduring power of the human spirit, of the bonds of brotherhood forged in the crucible of war, and of the importance of preserving the memory of their sacrifice. Their legacy lives on, not just in history books, but in the freedoms we enjoy today. May their stories continue to inspire generations to come. Like to honor all of those who have, are or will serve our country, and be sure to subscribe to stay up on all the latest in sports, music, gaming, health, science and events around the globe.